Shiny 37 The Beats, Ashley with 2 E's. I'm here with someone I've been a fan of for literally maybe over 10 years.
Wow.
Back when he was active. Okay.
Like
Leon Thomas is in the building, y'all. Make some noise.
What's up? How you feeling? I'm chilling.
First of all, like, you were just here with Blast, so like, do you just love Houston? Like, what's,
I love Houston.
Thing?
I love Houston. Can't get enough of Texas. And it's just good to catch a vibe and come and finally do my own headline set here.
Yeah.
It's a longer show, you know, have my band with me. It was a vibe.
He's being real modest because it's sold out.
Yeah.
Exactly. And last night it was sold out.
Yeah, sold out.
So how was that? Like getting all the love from the fans?
It was crazy. I mean, luckily my fans can sing because, you know, they were really in there.
Yo.
He was in there singing last night.
That reminds me of the Kai Cenat clip with Chris Brown, like, oh, you tone deaf. Like that part. But yes, luckily they can sing.
Yeah.
We saw you at the Texas game yesterday.
Yeah.
My friend Sam Chris.
Mm-hmm.
And how was Lecrae was there? Like how was that?
Lecrae was there. It was like the whole influencer booth. You know, got to see the game. It was kind of crazy because like our bus had just parked, and then I had about like an hour to change before I went to the game. But that definitely gave me a jolt of energy. It was insane in there. I got to meet Bun B, which was like a big deal.
He's on stage.
Tried the Trill Burger. That was fire. Did the whole thing, man. Houston's really been showing me love.
So you really are a Houstonian now. You bet Bun, you tried Trill Burger.
Listen, if y'all want to claim me, I'm with it. You know, I'm a New Yorker first.
What's the last thing to be like a true Houstonian?
Yeah. What else do I need?
Like Turkey Lake Head don't exist no more. But
No.
You would have had to go there.
Oh yeah. I actually heard of that. Yeah.
Make us chopped and screwed, huh?
Oh yeah, I'm down. I actually got a couple, you know.
Make that. So you mentioned you're a New Yorker, you're from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And like even though you're a Texas game, like what team do you rep? Like
I'm gonna be completely honest. I grew up watching the Jets. Like when it comes to like, you know, football, I used to go to the games.
Taylor's also from New York.
Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. But I used to go to all the Jets games growing up.
Listen, so when you got here, I was like, you're trying to give me a handshake, like we don't handshake, we do hugs, okay? Yeah. Because I've been listening to MUTT on repeat.
That's love.
And like most of your fans, I think their favorite is Yes It Is.
Yeah.
So is that a single? I know MUTT's the single, but like is
yeah. Well, I mean, listen, we kind of set it up so that, you know, we had the lead single MUTT, Far-Fetched with Ty, because we wanted to really show unity, Easy Money.
That's
my
second favorite song.
Yeah, that's a label I'm signed to, so we wanted to show unity, but we wanted to give people an opportunity to really choose the third single, and it's really looking like Yes It Is. It's like our next pick. So
I watched your other interviews. You said MUTT is the album title because you just got a dog.
Yeah.
And he has good intentions, but sometimes still does the wrong thing.
Yeah.
I read on Twitter, one of your fans was like, Leon's bringing back begging and music again. Like, but you still do that toxic nigga shit on it.
No, for sure. So life's about balance.
So what at this stage in your life, where are you at? Are you more just like, oh, let me settle down, or oh, let me just...
I'm just dating with intention.
Okay.
You know, really thinking about my future. You know, just like trying to really figure it out. I know that sometimes it'll happen when you're not looking for it. So I'm doing my thing and really staying focused on work. But I'm looking forward to having my person pretty soon.
I was gonna say, because in Far-Fetched, you said she has dreams for marriage, but that's far-fetched.
Yeah.
But then also in Yes It Is, you talk about, I think it's Yes It Is, you talk about settling down. So are we?
No, here's the deal. So it's like with Far-Fetched, it's talking about dealing with somebody that
you just don't see yourself with.
I just don't see myself with. And that's perfectly fine. I think that's an honest thing to say, you know.
But how long do you let it go on?
Well, I mean,
at that point,
I feel like a good 2-month trial run. 2 month trial.
2 months?
Yeah, 2 months for me, yeah.
So is
because I don't like to rush into any physical activities. I want to give us time to, you know, flow. So 2 months of days to catch in vibes, and then we'll see where we go. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, then, you know, I have the right to...
I was gonna say that saying where it's like men know if they're gonna be within like the first 3 days or whatever.
We pretty much know, yeah. But I like to give people time to figure it out too, you know.
So even though I did my research, you know, in the age of the internet, people just see something and run with it. Yeah. Did you get any backlash for the name MUTT? Because, you know, it has like...
You know what's really interesting? The label had a big meeting and they were like, you're going to have to change your album title. And I was like, no, I'm going to keep it because I'm kind of redefining... I had no idea that there was any negative connotation around MUTT, but it had nothing to do with race, and it's all about just my dog.
Yeah,
He's a MUTT, and You know, I mean, shout out to Terry, man.
Yeah,
like, just let me rock. Like,
you know, people with Twitter fingers.
But you know what? That's beautiful. I feel like conversation is a good thing,
Mm-hmm.
and the fact that people even give a shit enough to type about it is what we want, and I can clarify it, and we can move on.
So we know now that you're a Grammy-winning producer, writer, artist. But back in the day, especially the young generation, they might have known you from Nickelodeon, TV, or even Broadway. The accolades keep going. But right now, your former co-star and friend Ariana is all about Wicked right now.
I have tickets to go see it tonight when I get to LA. I haven't had time to go to the movie theaters on the road, but I'm really excited to go check it out. I pick theaters, you know, popcorn. Mm-hmm. I'm ready to see my girl tear it up. I was
gonna say, even though you're deep in the music bag right now, clearly you started on Broadway and did acting. Is that something you still want to dabble into?
I was going back and forth around maybe even going back on Broadway for this play that Alicia Keys is doing. I'm actually blanking on the name of it right now. It's like based off of her life. Hell's Kitchen. Hell's Kitchen. My manager was like so bad at me because he wanted me to do the audition, but I was like, I'm not ready to go back to Broadway yet. I gotta live my rock star dreams, man. But you know, I think it's gonna happen soon. You know, I've definitely been watching movies and seeing certain people in certain roles and being like, I could have killed that better. So I feel like it's like the competitive part of me. I'm like, man, I'm letting niggas get roles. I should have been there. Like, what?
Y'all got roles now because I'm doing music, bro. I'm singing right now, okay? Wait till I get my Grammy and then watch when I come back, all right? Okay, so like I told you, but mine and most of your fans' favorite songs is Yes It Is right now. And on there, you say she's a Virgo, so I can't explain her. Now listen.
Okay.
You're a Leo, right?
Yeah, I'm a Leo.
I'm a Gemini.
Yeah.
My husband's a Virgo.
Okay.
I don't know what I was thinking. What is your experience with Virgos? Because they get a bad rep for a reason. No,
I've had some of my longest relationships with Virgos.
Okay.
And they're very meticulous and detail oriented, and that kind of just goes into the very critical. Yes. That goes into the I can't explain it. You gotta just experience it. Like you can't. You only know if you really dated one.
Listen, I'm married to one. My mom's a Virgo. September Virgo. Yeah. My two best friends are Virgos, and my dog's a Virgo. So
right.
I was cursed in this lifetime, apparently. So I know.
Nah. It's all love. It's all love. Virgos, I love y'all. Please stream my album.
So, one thing about that I see everywhere on like TikTok is a lot of your fans say that you are bringing back just like a certain era of R&B that's been missing for a long time.
That's cool.
Is there any era other than now that you would have wished you were around for? That you would have wished you had been alive around, like Jodeci or even way further back than that? I know you have a musical family.
Yeah. I mean, for me, like, I would say like 73.
That's so particular.
Marvin Gaye's prime, you know, Curtis Mayfield's in the game, like we vibing. I got the silk shirt on, you know what I'm saying? Van is going crazy. Got a nice afro, some platforms, like that would be my vibe, you know. You know, probably in the Funkadelics, just like that vibe, that zone. I would have loved to be around for that. 90s is cool. I feel like we're still here and we're like doing cosplay anyway, so yeah, we'll be alright.
It just made me think of yeah, like okay, I see you there. Okay,
that play.
Now this is our first time meeting, but we know actually a lot of the same people.
Oh, that's cool.
One is I used to live in Jacksonville before this, and you worked with Jahan Sweet.
Jahan is my brother.
That's my brother.
Let me tell you, man, he is the funniest dude ever and so talented, like an actual genius.
How did you guys actually meet? Because
we're both signed to Island Management,
Gotcha.
But before that, he was working with Kehlani a bunch. And I met him pretty early on. He had dreads. He was kind of vibing. After he cut his dreads, we both signed to the same management company. He was working with Boy Wonder. I was working with Boy Wonder too. And we ended up doing lots of records together. I mean, it's like, yeah, a bunch.
I tweeted like a while ago because Jahan literally was your character in Victorious. Like he went to a musical school, DA, and then he went to Juilliard. And he was like, we used to always call him Andre.
Yeah.
Like,
no, he is that, and just a virtuoso on the piano. Really, really, really talented, man. Good friend of mine.
And then, was it harder for you to come up in your career because of your working on a TV show, like a kid TV show? Do you think it took them longer to take you seriously?
Yeah. Well, yes and no. I think if I had my stuff together earlier, who knows? But I mean, I feel like music is a journey of learning yourself and being yourself. And I think being on TV for so long, I was so used to playing so many different roles. Yeah. It's kind of hard to figure out who I was, you know. And living in LA, you know, I really was able to build a dope subculture that is me today now. And I'm just glad that I took the time to figure myself out. I think being on this ride without, like, you know, knowledge of self, you know, mental awareness, just a lot of the smarts that I have now, even as an engineer and a producer and a songwriter, it would have been really hard to go through this and have to rely on a lot of other people, you know?
Yeah, true.
So, I mean, I feel like God had a plan. So I'm with it. It took time and it was hard, but seeing it now play out, I'm like, all right, God, I see what she was on. You know?
Yeah. You had to go through it to get to it.
It was definitely one of those. Definitely one of those.
You had to figure it out on the way there.
Yeah.
So now that you are Grammy Award winning for the production for SZA for Snooze, I know that obviously your goal is for you to win for your own music.
Yeah, one day.
But does that keep you from this is a Grammy winner? Maybe I should keep it, or are you still?
Nah, like let's just shoot. You know, I have so much music inside of me right now, like a lot. like I don't think y'all realize like how creative, you know, I am and genuinely like how much I want to make. I just think now we're getting to a point where I'm finally gonna have the budgets to do what's in my head.
That's a big part of it.
And that's like a big part of it. Like you guys haven't even really seen what I can do with like actual budgets. So like, like yo,
we're ready.
Get ready if you. Oh, that was cool. Like yeah, let's go.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. So have you gotten any comparisons lately?
Yeah, I mean it's interesting. Like if you look online, a lot of people say I sound like Frank Ocean sometimes, and this guy and that guy. But, you know, I'm like a big fan of like Frank and Miguel and like a lot of the R&B alternative guys, you know, who kind of put the flags up for what that sounds like. And it's a really flattering thing for me. You know, I don't mind it.
I was gonna say Frank, like, you know, Sprinkle and Frank. I've seen and heard Modern Day Voodoo by D'Angelo.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, okay. I haven't seen that a lot online. That's tight.
You don't be on Twitter like I be on Twitter.
Okay, you know, you really be in the black Twitter streets.
Yeah. I've seen a cross between, someone said the child of Sir and Frank Ocean. I don't know if that's...
Child of Sir.
Yes.
But that's great.
I said, you remind me not so much like the voice, but like the pockets you hit of Music Soul Child.
Alright,
like, and that's one of my favorite artists of all time. I'm
Yo,
like, okay.
Music Soul Child, like I met him when I was like 18. And it was weird. He was like, "Man, I really see something in you, man. Keep going. I know you can really do this R&B thing."
Yeah.
It was like a really cool conversation because at that time I didn't even know he had even heard anything of me or like, I mean I was on a kids show.
That's always how it happens.
Yeah, like that was kind of cool, you know. Like I'm a huge Music Soul Child fan.
Well, listen, we're a big fan of Leon Thomas. Okay, and since he clearly loves Houston, he'll be back next month. Like your last month, I mean, you know, he'll be back after that.
For an apartment, let's see what's up.
I gotta ask the one question from the fans: is please tell us a tiny desk is on the way, or is that a wish list?
Ain't being. No. There's definitely something in the works. So
you heard it here first. So with that being said, Leon Thomas, I fought for y'all. Hopefully, yes, it is the next single. Farfetch is my second favorite song. Hopefully that's also in the works.
Yeah. I mean, like, listen, the album's out now. You know, we got some visualizers out there, and some amazing directors reaching out to do full-length music videos. So I really feel like I wanted people to listen to the whole thing. So I'm glad we didn't just point them towards one, you know, particular record. And I just appreciate all the love. It's been beautiful, and it's just the beginning.
Awesome. So go pick up MUTT or go download MUTT and the remix for Freddie Gibbs, and we can just vibe to it together.
Yeah,
all right.
That's wild.
So until next time, it's Leon Thomas and Ashton 2 E's and 93.7 The Beat.
All right.
Yeah.